Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Psychology is a very popular subject these days. The reason for its popularity lies in its body of knowledge, which is quite interesting. Apart from this, it is widely used in almost all the walks and spheres of life. As all of us know that philosophy is the mother of all the subjects, and there was a time when there was no such subject as psychology. The study of the mind was done under a separate branch of philosophy called mental philosophy. So we can say that psychology is a child of philosophy. The reason of the separation of psychology from philosophy is that psychology follows a scientific procedure. And this drift of psychology from philosophy to science has been responsible for the change in the meaning and definitions of psychology from time to time. The word psychology has originated from two Greek words, psyche and logos. The word logos means a rational discourse of a study, but the meaning and interpretation of the word psyche has been in a state of change from time to time, which led to subsequent changes in the ways of defining the term psychology. It went through 4 stages of evolution. The first stage of psychology was the period when philosophy almost dominated and influenced the views of scholars, including the psychologists. Therefore, a philosophical meaning and interpretation was given to the word psyche. The meaning of psyche was taken as soul. As I have already told you, the meaning of logos stands for rational discourse of a study. So, in the first stage, psychology was defined as the study of the soul. So, what is soul? According to Oxford Dictionary, soul is the spiritual part of a person that is believed to continue to exist after the body is dead. Or it is the inner part of a person containing his or her deepest thoughts and feelings. So when Greek philosophers defined psychology as the study of the soul, people started criticizing it on the pretext, what is soul? How can we study the soul? And so on. Because there were no answers to such questions, search for a new meaning of the word psyche started. In the second stage, the philosophers cum scientists gave a new meaning to the word psyche, which was mind. So now they defined psychology as the study of mind. According to the dictionary meaning, mind is the part of a brain that thinks and remembers your thoughts, feelings and intelligence. So the word mind was comparatively less complicated than the word soul. But again the question remained the same, how can it be studied? And so on. Once again, the search began for a new meaning of the word psyche. Famous psychologists like William James, William Wundt and Edward Bradford Titchener took an initiative and interpreted the meaning of psyche as consciousness. So, they defined psychology as the study of consciousness. As per these psychologists, the main task of psychology is to describe and explain the states of consciousness, and it is usually done by the introspection method. Introspection means looking within. This definition was also rejected by the other psychologists because they said that it had a very narrow vision. Because first of all, in the state of consciousness, we have an idea of the situation, of the task we are doing or what we are feeling or thinking. But there are so many activities which are influenced by our subconscious or unconscious mind. So this definition did not include those activities which are influenced by our unconscious or subconscious mind. Secondly, the method which it had taken into account was the introspection method. which is the most subjective method in nature. Subjective means this method is based on our own tastes and opinions instead of being based on the facts. Hence, in the fourth stage, the great psychologist William McDougall replaced consciousness with behavior, which includes both conscious as well as unconscious behavior. He also replaced the meaning of word logos from study to science. He published his book named as Physiological Psychology in 1905, in which he wrote, "Psychology may be best and most comprehensively defined as the positive science of the conduct of living creatures." Later, he added a word behavior in his definition in his book Introduction to Social Psychology, which was published in 1908. And then in 1949, he gave a substantial definition of psychology in his other book named An Outline of Psychology. He wrote that psychology is a science which aims to give us better understanding and control of behavior of the organism as a whole. Walter Bowers Pillsbury, who was an American professor, gave an almost similar definition of the word psychology in 1911 in his book Essentials of Psychology. According to him, psychology may be most satisfactorily defined as the science of human behavior. Then, in 1913, an American psychologist, J.B. Watson, who is also known as the father of behaviorism, brought about a revolution in psychology and suggested that both human as well as animal behavior should be included in the word behavior. And he defined psychology as the science of behavior, which includes both human as well as animal behavior. According to him, only the behavior which can be observed is a reliable source of information. As per his views, psychology should be regarded as a science because he believed that as science is the field of study which is concerned with discovering and describing the world around us by observing and experimenting, in the same way, psychology should also limit itself to the study of the events which can be overtly observed. Then other scholars and psychologists of that period also defined psychology in a similar way, which means as science of behavior. Woodworth and Marcus defined psychology as the scientific study of the activities of the individual in relation to his environment. Edelman stated, "Psychology today concerns itself with the scientific investigation of behavior." From this discussion, we can conclude that now psychology is concentrating on the scientific investigation of the behavior. So, we saw that the word psychology originated from two Greek words, psyche and logos. The word logos stands for the rational discourse of study, but the meaning of the word psyche kept on changing. In the first stage, the meaning of psyche was taken as soul. So, psychology was considered as the study of soul. Then, in the second stage, the meaning of the word psyche was interpreted as mind. So, the meaning of psychology was taken as the study of mind. Then, in the third stage, it became the study of consciousness. But in the fourth stage or in the modern era, the word study has been replaced by the word science, and the word psyche is interpreted as behavior, which includes conscious and unconscious, that is all types of behavior. Famous psychologist Woodworth has remarked on the evolution of these definitions that first psychology lost its soul, which was the first stage, then its mind, which was the second stage, then it lost its consciousness, which was the third stage. It still has behavior of sort. Therefore, according to the recent views, psychology is a scientific study of the behavioral activities and experiences. But still there are some doubts, or we can say some unanswered questions, like what is actually meant by behavior? If psychology is a scientific study of behavior, then what type of science is psychology? We'll discuss all these things in our upcoming videos, inshallah. If you like the video, then please hit the like button, share the video with your friends and subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed to it yet. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thanks for watching.